All right, let's start where we left off. We're making windows in the mullions. Let's see. So we're going to continue to make some rectangles. These are pretty straightforward. You just make a rectangle in between the midpoints from opposite corner to opposite corner. Then you can paint them glass color so you can see through them. See? Now, on this corner, the same thing with this corner, it comes to a point. It doesn't have a mullion here. It actually comes to a point. So we're going to make a diagonal line here, and that's going to give us a midpoint to go from, and then we're going to go up from that 9'4". There you go, and then I'm going to go back to that midpoint over there, the bottom, all the way there. Same thing on this side, midpoint up the blue axis. Should be, there it is, 9'4". You can actually come this way if you want to. It should make a whole sheet of glass. Don't forget the line on the bottom. One continuous. Oh, I did forget those mullions on that side, so whoops. Get rid of that. So we'll start from here. Take that out. So we need to know from this corner up, where's that mullion start? Go over here. There's 2 mullions here. Distance from here to the bottom part, 8'11". And then the second one is 8, 2.5. So 8'11" and 18, 2.5. So we got 8'11". We'll make a little dot line, dot measurement, and then 18 foot 2.5. That's, you can do it quicker if you do 2.5. There you go. So that was the bottom of each one. So come in here, do this across, and it's going to be 8 inches, 6 inches. Same thing with this one. 8 inches, 6 inches. We'll extrude all the way up. Like that. Extrude to extrude to that one. And then we'll make our little lines all the way around. There we go. Go from midpoint to midpoint. You can do it with a line tool or a rectangle tool. If I'm going too slow, bump up that speed to like 2 times or something. Probably sound really funny. Okay. And then just missing these 2 lines. And then this one all the way around the midpoint. There we go. So we got all those. Paint them with the glass tool, glass materials. And then same thing for these. Put panes of glass in those. I use the rectangle, it's faster. One. There we go. So after you do these windows, we're going to do the front window and then throw in where the front door goes. Just got all these, and then we're going to do a middle. Oh, I need a pencil tool for this one. From the midpoint up, 9'4", back over, and back over again. Then you can join these. It's already got a line on the bottom. There you go. So it might cover this up. That's okay. You can just click and delete it if you don't want it. We will put a roof on there at some point. There's all their glasses. Now you got to figure out where to put the midpoint of that door. The door is 6 foot wide and it goes from floor to ceiling. So if we go to the midpoint here, if I do distance and I go from the corner here all the way to the midpoint, it is 14.4. So I go make a little line all the way from there to the midpoint. I do 14 foot 4. Now I can do a line up there and offset that 3 feet either way, or I could use a tape measure, do the same thing, 3 feet, and then make a rectangle for that whole piece, and then I'll delete that piece out. Uh-oh. There we go. So remember, if it's thin lines, that means that it is part of that wall. If it's thick lines, it's off a little bit, like it's raised off the wall. So I'm going to click that and delete that. Get rid of the ceiling again. So I'll leave that line there. Ooh, who's that? We're going to put a double glass door in here from Google Warehouse. Now's a good time, since I'm looking at it, to save as. And I have a jump drive, but you'll want to save to your school drive. So my jump drive's right here. That's my school one, but I'm not connected to it right now. Oh, it's going to mess it up. So Kingston, I'm going to put it under the architecture. I'll call it Farns. 2 S's because there's already one. Okay. So now I'm going to say File, 3D Warehouse, Get Models, and I'm going to type in glass double door. And I'll show you the one I like. This one's pretty good. It's pretty, let's see, Lord of Scripts. I like that one. That's the one I usually get. This one's pretty good too. It's got a very thin frame. Either one of them is fine. So you can download this one. Yes. We put it right in there. Now it's too big, so use the scale tool. Use the middle nodules to make sure it snaps. And use the middle nodule to snap it to the top. Like that. There you go. Next step, we're going to add that core piece in there that has all the bathrooms and stuff in it. Let's see. So this part right here. So we have to locate where this is first and then draw it out. So distance-wise, this whole thing is 22 by 11. 22 by 11. And it is from this wall, 5'6" off of that wall, and 11 off that one. So 5'6" and 11. 22 by 11. I'll forget all those. So 5'6" and already forgot 11'1". Okay. Come in here. Make a rectangle. 5'6". Oh shoot, which one's okay? The long one's the first one. Also, we're going to do 22 foot, 11 foot. There we go. Now we want to make a thing that's 5'6" off of this line. Remember, all these lines will go away when we can turn them on and off. And then we're going to do 11'1" off of this one. There we go. And we're going to grab those lines. Control. We're just going to move them. What's that place over here? Right there. Now that's just the box. It actually, you see, it has some undulations. We will draw it as if this is hollow, and this is hollow, and we'll extrude everything else as one piece. All right, let's be ready for part 3. Part 3. I can figure out how this turns the way.